Back in 2023, we here at Redacted warned that war could be coming to the Arctic Circle, which is quickly emerging as one of the most important trade routes in the world. Russia and China, during the Biden administration, basically set up shop with icebreakers and territorial water controls and trade routes and all of that, while the United States basically sat back and let all of this happen under the Biden administration. To be fair, the previous Trump administration didn't do anything about it either. Neither did the Obama administration. So it's like a long history of not doing anything about the Arctic. In 2023, we warned about Norway's actions, specifically, which aimed to break its relationship with Russia, trying to basically blame Russian spies and the Norwegian embassy. And like Russia was like, what are you talking about? Clearly, this seemed like a ruse, and this came right after, of course, Norway and the United States conspired to blow up the Nord Stream pipeline. So something was going on here. And at the time, it was obvious to us somebody was pulling the strings of Norway. Somebody was doing something here that Norway wasn't acting alone on this. Here's our report from 2023. Watch. Look how young I look. So what exactly are you doing, Norway? Digging your own grave here? Because it doesn't help that the stooge in charge of NATO is the same guy, a guy by the name of Jens Stoltenberg. He's Norwegian. And the next battle is over the shipping lanes through Arctic waters. So what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to set up for a battle right now? We know that these sort of strategic exercises have been going back and forth where Russia will basically try to hit Norwegian targets in their practice rounds. And then Norway basically is doing the same thing, trying to hit Russian targets. So are we seeing like the staging grounds for the next battle that's coming over the Arctic Circle? Look at no grays in my hair 2 years ago.
Otherwise, you look the same, honey.
You guys already know about the bearskin hoodie, though, right? If you've been waiting to get yourself one, now is the time. I wear it every morning as I'm walking the dog. Right now, they got a big Black Friday, Cyber Monday plan coming up. So I just want you guys to pay attention to this. It's officially hoodie season right now. Cold mornings, windy days, surprise snow. And right now, Bearskin is running their biggest deal of the year. We're talking 60% off for this Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Now, this isn't some old fleece. This thing is built with 340 GSM bearskin fleece, 10 pockets, rugged, athletic. It actually looks really good on you. Plus, if it starts pouring, you can just zip on that heavy rainstorm jacket and instantly level up to full waterproof protection. You'll get free U.S. shipping from their U.S. warehouse and gear that'll last you season after season. So here's where you need to do to get that 60% off. Just text the word redacted to 36912. Again, that's redacted to 36912, and they'll text you a link so you can lock in your 60% off before this sale disappears. Don't wait till the weather gets really bad. Grab a bearskin right now. And one more thing, when you support Bearskin, you're also supporting the Fallen Outdoors and the Hope for the Warriors Veterans Program. So you're not just buying great gear, you're backing a cause that actually matters. So grab your bearskin while that Black Friday deal is still live. Text redacted to 36912. So are we barreling towards a naval war in the Arctic? Now, we even highlighted the warnings from Billy Meyer, who back in 1987 warned that war would be coming to Scandinavia and this area, and that the West will go to war with Russia over control of these shipping lanes, and even specifically talked about Russia moving troops in the Argansk region. And guess what? They have. So all of these things are now coming true. You can believe it or not. That's totally up to you. This was 1987. And it turns out in our 2023 prediction, it turns out it was right, because now the Trump administration is scrambling to play catch up to Russia and China. This week, Kristi Noem, the U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security, announced a defense and industrial cooperation pact with Canada and Finland called the Icebreaker Collaboration Effort. And the three nations will collaborate on building 11 new icebreaker ships over the coming years to bolster Arctic defense and sovereignty, basically trying to take control of this region, going head-to-head now against Russia and China. Listen to Kristi Noem.
Today is a major milestone in the race to secure the Arctic for all of our countries. The Arctic is the world's last, most wild frontier, and our adversaries are racing to claim its strategic position and its rich natural resources for their own. If we give up that high ground, then we will condemn future generations to permanent insecurity.
All right, so permanent high ground? You don't have the high ground at all. If we give up the high ground, you don't have the high ground at all. This is like Devil's Den during Gettysburg. You're like the Confederate soldiers pinned down on those boulders while the Union forces are up on the hill.
Give it up, Anakin.
Right,
I've got the high ground.
Like, you do not have the high ground at all. What most people don't know, because Russia doesn't really talk about it, is what Russia is doing in the Arctic. You've heard all about China's Belt and Road Initiative, which creates shipping lanes, rail infrastructure, trade routes all through Asia, Middle East, Indochina. But you might not have heard about Russia's Arctic Road Initiative, which is basically the same thing. Removing dependence on the Suez Canal, the Panama Canal, that the United States has a major hand in, of course, and no more, and creating massive movable infrastructure controlled by Russia. Think about, instead of, there's no land there, of course, but imagine the almost like having virtual land moving through this entire area. And that's what Russia is doing right now. This new trade route, which would control trade between the east and the west, the north and the south, doesn't rely on the Suez Canal or the Panama Canal, and it can take upwards of months for deliveries if you have to rely on those trade routes. You could shave months off of all of these trade routes by just using the Arctic. Russia is in the lead right now to add this area to its already massive mineral resources, and the U.S. is way behind. Here was Rex Tillerson after he left the Trump administration. This is during the Biden administration. Listen to him talk about these icebreakers and how far behind we are.
What I can tell you is the United States is behind. We're behind all the other Arctic nations. They have dealt with this. They've gotten way ahead of us. The Russians made it a strategic priority. Even the Chinese are building ice-breaking tankers. Now, why are they building icebreakers? They're not an Arctic nation because they see the value of these passages. So we're late to the game. I think we have one functioning icebreaker today. Their Coast Guard's very proud of it.
Yeah.
As crummy as it is.
Yeah.
And I know in the budget, there is money in the budget for us to build another icebreaker.
to make one more, right. And we've got this old icebreaker. It's like, man, this thing is old. It's like falling apart, but we're proud of this one icebreaker that we have. So if they officially add the Arctic area to the Russian territory, then they will have had their hand on roughly 16% of the world's untapped oil, 30% of the world's undiscovered gas that lies buried beneath the ocean there, in addition to vast mineral deposits of nickel, platinum, many rare earth metals right now. And the United States under President Trump has declared certain precious metals and rare earth minerals as a vital national resource right now. In the AI revolution and everything else, we need it. We don't have it. So he's declared it now a national security risk. So here we are barreling towards potential war in the Arctic Circle. And, Russia is amassing troops in those areas. So this is not a flight of fancy. Thank you for that. Someone in the chat room just said, hey, Clayton, by the way, Devil's Den at Gettysburg changed hands many times. Yes, it did during the Civil War, or during the Battle of Gettysburg. Yes, it did. But as a Gettysburg fan and having grown up in Pennsylvania, it's amazing to stand there on those boulders where you can see chips of the boulders where the Union soldiers have hit the boulders and pieces of the rock have broken off, and you can see where the Confederates were pinned down. It's super cool if you like American history. Anyway, that's what's happening in the Arctic.